Ivan, I think this ceramic coating is dead.
Maybe not dead, but it needs to be maintained. I'm Ivan.
I'm Nick.
This is DIY Detail. We have a beautiful black car here that the customer actually washed before bringing it here for us. Thank you very much. But we're gonna have to wash it again nonetheless. It's coated, it's black, it's nice, but could be a little better. We're gonna show you an easy way to maintain your ceramic coating, give it a little extra pop, give it a little extra gloss, and make it more hydrophobic.
We're gonna revive some water beading, hopefully some life support.
Exactly.
For a coating that's on life support.
Right. Very good.
All right.
Off we go.
Foam cannon.
Before Nick does the foam cannon, I'm gonna use our all clean at 15:1 on these wheels. Make sure you get the calipers in there. These German brakes, well, they put out a lot of dust. If you don't have an IK foamer, not a big deal. But if you have one, you know what I'm talking about. The IK foamer, yes, they're not cheap, but they're durable, they work well, and they save you product. You actually use less product this way. Unless you get overzealous with the foam.
Now question, do we want to give these wheels any iron remover, Ivan?
We can give them a try.
Is there anything wrong with going all clean iron remover versus iron remover all clean?
Nothing wrong either way.
All right, let's swap. So I'll give some iron remover. I just have a suspicion that these barrels are gonna need it. They're gonna need that. There's gonna be some brake dust in there.
They might end up with a bit of red falling from there, and yes, there we go.
Are you seeing it? A
Yep.
little bit?
So Nick, we got purple running from the wheels.
Oh, we do, don't we?
We have incredible suds on the body, softly but firmly taking that dirt away. Lots of lubrication going on. It's breaking down that brake dust for sure. Those iron particles. This Audi has these beautiful red calipers, so we're gonna try to get in there as well as we can with the little lug nut, AKA caliper brush, just to clean those up a little bit.
It's just when you have really dirty wheels and you don't use iron remover, I always regret it just because I know the iron remover would help me scrub less and clean more.
Yeah.
I love how the all clean is working for me to strip any old tire dressing that might be on there and just deep clean every surface that it hits. I like working with the barrel brush from top to bottom too, because then everything is kind of heading in the way that gravity does, down.
And just like that, we're ready to rinse. Now the incredible suds, what it's doing here is breaking down the dust, the dirt on the vehicle, taking it off gently. So that when we rinse, we're not taking high pressure on dirt, we're taking high pressure on basically a clean surface with just a bit of traffic film left over. I just happen to have in my pocket a 15-degree tip for the pressure washer.
Perfect.
So on the top surfaces, we can see it wants to bead, but not much. So Nick, it's 2019 S4, still looking good, but could use a little more love.
You may think it's ready for washing, but I'm gonna tell you it's not, because we haven't two foamed it yet.
Right.
The two foam method is here, folks. You don't need to add any more incredible suds to your foam cannon or water.
No.
You're just gonna use what you've got. You could put more water in there if you wanted to run your foam, if you're like, I want more foam, I just want to throw a lot of foam on there. But we're just establishing a foundation for the next step, which is to actually contact wash the car.
Exactly.
Not a lot of beading yet.
Just as simple as that.
We're not ready yet, Ivan. This bucket of incredible suds is looking a little flat.
Oh, that's right.
We need a suds fest.
There you go, sir. You'll need that. You'll need this. We have 3 gallons of water in there and just a little under half an ounce. Not too much.
Of Incredible Suds.
Right.
Gotta have the volcano at the end.
Exactly, yeah.
Perfect.
Perfect and for fun.
I don't know, when I've got a sudsy mitt, I feel like it does clean better. I could be right, I could be wrong. Does it matter? It may to someone out there.
So you'll notice we're using 1 bucket, but 2 wash mitts, and no rinse bucket.
Uh-oh.
Uh-oh. Here come the keyboard warriors. No, seriously, we use a 2 foam method for a couple reasons. First of all, the foamer is fun. Secondly, and more importantly, safety. The reason we say it's safer over the 2 bucket method is that first foaming that we rinse off, we eliminate basically all the grit that can be on the vehicle. What's left is traffic film. And that traffic film, with the contact wash, goes away.
Someone out there is gonna say, what the heck is traffic film?
You're going down the road and traffic film accumulates on your car. And it's from exhaust from other vehicles. It's in the air, it's oils on the road, it's tars on the road that are breaking down on the asphalt. All that stuff, it forms like a little film, hence the word traffic film, on your paint. And that film, you can pressure wash, you can do all sorts of things. It just sort of hangs on there. But 1 little contact wash and it's gone. And no pressure on the mitts. We're just gliding them across the surface using the bed of Incredible Suds as lubrication, making our lives easy, simple, and fun because, hey, we have foam.
If you're gonna use a foam cannon and Incredible Suds, you're doing it for a lot of reasons, but hopefully fun is one of them.
Yeah.
I mean, you gotta have the stuff work, right? The stuff needs to do what we say it does and do it well, and it does. But it's also really good smelling, surprisingly foamy.
Yeah, it's not just pretty bubbles.
It cleans exceptionally well. I mean, I don't know. Maybe that's what doing what it says it's gonna do is the definition, but
Yep.
I always have more fun with Incredible Suds.
All done?
I'm a rinse this wash guy in my heart, but Incredible Suds is just more fun.
If you're a business owner, yes, rinseless is the way to go. This takes a little more time. But if you're having fun at home, this is the way to go. So we said we would revive this coating, and I still see flat coating on here, don't you?
I see flat paint.
We're gonna be using our water spot remover. The water spot remover, what it does is it revives the coating, not because it adds any slickness, not because it adds anything hydrophobic, it's because it's taking away what's masking the coating, which is calcium or minerals. So off we go. We don't need a lot of it, but we need it covered everywhere.
Now, after you do this, you could agitate it in with a rag, a towel, soaked in your Incredible Suds bucket.
Exactly.
Or you could just let it dwell. There's a couple different approaches here.
Yeah.
If you're doing a professional job and you're getting paid for this, you would want to agitate it in with a wash mitt or a towel.
Yeah, exactly.
If you're just kind of like, is my coating, is it still there? Like, I'd like to revive it. You could spray this on, let it dwell, and then rinse off. So,
Right.
I mean, which one am I gonna do? The one that might work or the one that I know for sure is gonna work? So I may as well agitate this in, Ivan.
If I'm waiting for it to dwell, I might as well agitate it. We know that the surface is clean. We've foamed it, we've rinsed it, we've foamed it, we've washed it, and we've rinsed it. So there's nothing left on the surface other than water and the water spot remover at this time.
So I could just take the wash mitt
Yep.
and agitate it in. We may be using that wash mitt for something else at some point.
Yeah.
So I'm just gonna take a separate microfiber because I know this is now my water spot towel. How about that?
Yeah, and you don't want to be flipping this microfiber. You leave it on the same side all the way through. That way you're distributing the water spot remover.
So I'm just gently agitating, just gently.
Right.
And I'm not,
Not applying any pressure.
nope.
Just gliding it across the surface.
Essentially, you can think about it like I'm spreading the product.
Exactly. That's what you're doing.
Just helping it touch everything. And then agitation always helps to clean or to get the water spot remover working.
You know, there's this acronym called CHAT.
Chemical, heat, agitation, and time. Yep.
So we're using chemical, we're using agitation, we're not using heat even though it's warm out there, and we're using time.
Yeah, the dwell time. So
Yeah.
those are four huge principles. And if you have one but not the other, you usually need more of the one, right? So
Right.
we're not using heat. That's not a principle that we're really needing with water spot remover, but the dwell time's helping us.
Yeah, and the agitation is there as well, and it just extends the dwell time a little bit.
You don't want to do this in direct sunlight, trust me.
No,
So if you don't have access to a garage or a shady spot, just do this one panel at a time.
do it in the morning, nice and early, before the kids get up. Do it in the afternoon, or in the evening, I should say, before they go to sleep. Find a shade tree.
Let's see, what are you doing this side?
Oh, you can start at the front.
Okay.
We'll meet in the middle.
Cool.
So we just have this side of the hood to do, the front lip, and we're done. I'm not wearing a glove. I made sure not to touch it. The only part I'm touching is the towel. But yes, I should have put gloves on.
Yeah, because this is an acid, on the pH scale, it's an acidic product.
Exactly.
So,
And when you're done with the towel, make sure to rinse it out.
all right, let's
We're
see if we
ready
get
to see beading return. As we say in my native Quebec, et voilà.
So here's the deal, Ivan. This
Yeah.
water beading is solid.
It's good.
But we weren't there at the genesis. We were not there when whoever applied whatever protection or ceramic coating.
Right.
It could have been an amazing product, but poor preparation. It could have been fantastic preparation, but a product that didn't last long. I see beading.
Right.
So at some point, I can assure you protection was applied to this paint. But here we are.
Yeah.
It's vastly improved, but we need to take this beading
A little more serious.
to outer space.
With quick beads. So I'll let you do the honors with the pressure washer, sir.
Okay?
We'll start with the hood. And you just want nice glancing sprays. Deposit the product on the surface, let it sit for 30 seconds or so, and then let the beads begin.
Now, we've talked about this. On a hood, it's kind of nice to pressure wash up.
Right.
Because you do want to distribute the product until the white froth has gone away. So I'm going to start at the bottom
Right.
and work my way up to the top of the
Because
hood.
the pressure washer is not for rinsing in this case. The pressure washer is to distribute the quick beads. And using gravity as our friend, we're starting at the lowest point, going to the highest point.
Absolutely. And I'm just going until all that white frothiness, Ivan, has gone away. Let me wait. Let me get this right up into here.
Yeah.
And you can see all those beads there on the paint.
Exactly. And once we've rinsed up, then we rinse down.
That's our insurance rinse there at the end to make sure we're not getting any streaks. So we get all
Exactly.
the quick beads off the paint.
So let me, while you're here, let's get that front bumper
Okay?
and the grill. And yes, I'm putting it quite heavy here because of the grill. So we want a lot to be distributed into the grill, making it easier to clean the next time.
So we spray up to distribute, and then we do spray down at the end to make sure nothing's left.
Right, and you want nice glancing sprays, making sure to get it everywhere on the paint. If you're outside in the wind, work in the right direction so you're spreading it where it needs to go. Nick, the wheels themselves are done as well.
And you like this 45-degree angle method, right, Ivan?
Right, because now you can go down the whole side of the vehicle in one fell swoop.
Take very seriously that last insurance spray, just because if I've kicked the quick bead somewhere else, I don't want it to hang out in a way that is not part of my controlled dwell time.
Right. So the roof, we like to go from one side to the other, to the side that we haven't spread the quick beads on yet. That way it will go down, and the next insurance cleaning or insurance rinsing will take care of any potential streaks that we may have left behind.
All right, I'll start over here. Woo! Water beads everywhere.
Oop. There we go, all done. Rinse it off, back to front, and we're good to go.
Perfect. I'll come around this way then. It doesn't hurt to be a little extra strategic, because I oftentimes find myself shooting first and then asking questions later. And it's better to remember you started here and go away that way. Okay, triple insurance rinsed down, and I think she's good to dry.
And here you go.
Woohoo!
So when using quick beads, start with the windows for drying, because if you did accidentally leave a little bit of extra quick beads on there, that's where if you have a streak, it'll show up.
You'll notice it.
Yeah.
Not that it won't be in other spots, but let's be honest. Perception is reality, and you don't want to be seeing that kind of nonsense.
No.
Hopefully it doesn't even exist, but.
No, with proper rinsing, nothing to worry about.
Holy cow, this is slick. I feel like I say that every time.
You do. You must mean it, Nick.
Oh my gosh, Ivan, this paint. But look at that. Boom.
Now the keen observers will notice that the surface is looking a little frosty. That's because we have very high humidity in here at the moment. So it's not going to dry like we're used to, but that humidity will dissipate from the surface and we'll end up with a nice, dry, glossy, slick vehicle.
I do like to use some forced air, Master Blaster. Works quite nice. Probably will do this initial dry. Use some forced air.
Yep, the forced air is great, especially for these multi-spoke wheels. And around all the mirrors and grills and body lines and water traps. So a little trick, if you're in a high humidity area, it's kind of hard to dry the surface. Or inversely, if the vehicle is really cold, that's when a drying aid comes in, like ceramic gloss, and you don't need a lot of it. Just 1 or 2 little spritzes, and then you work it into the surface, and now you have a beautiful, shiny finish without that little haze because of the humidity.
Yeah, it's so crazy how temperature can affect something so basic.
Yeah.
And you're just like, what's happening? Well, how's your environment, right? Like, makes a big difference.
Exactly. So a little glancing spray is all we need. It makes drying a lot easier. And those little drips that I blew out of the cracks and everything, they're gonna follow along with ease.
Ivan, we're gonna continue to dry this vehicle, continue to give it the life that it so desperately needed, wanted, and deserves.
Exactly. So now we have a nice bright surface. It's decontaminated, the water beads as it should. It's nice and smooth and slick.
Woo! Add a little tire shine and call it a day. What do you think?
Exactly. There we go, Nick. It's beautiful, it's shiny. It's back the way it should be.
Ivan, it's been a pleasure.
Exactly. Now, if you like this video, or like to learn more about what we do, you can subscribe, hit the notification bell, and give us a thumbs up. Remember, every one of those questions down below, we'd love to answer.
Ivan, it feels good to restore something that was nearly dead
Yeah,
back to life.
exactly.
We'll see you on this video. If you like coatings and water beads and paint performance, check this one out and leave your comments down below.